Hi, I am Dr. Randy Schrader, and I have developed the 12 C's for improving a marriage relationship and making it even healthier, happier, and more satisfying. The first C in this video that we'll look at is confession, or apologizing, and forgiveness. The heart of the Christian faith is forgiveness, and in fact there are 125 references in the Bible to the importance of forgiveness for our relationships. My PhD dissertation was on the benefits of apologizing and forgiving, and I wrote nearly 370 pages on the entire process. And so what I'm about to cover with you in this video is a very brief synopsis of the entire apologizing and forgiving, understanding the entire process. It is every relationship will have hurts, heartache, disappointments, because we're all flawed and imperfect individuals. The glue for our relationships then is going to be apologizing and forgiving. What makes it difficult for almost all of us, because I estimate that 95% of us did not see our mothers and fathers apologize and forgive each other. And I'm not being critical of them, because I would suggest that our parents did not observe their mothers and fathers apologizing and forgiving one another. The entire process involves 5 stages. The first stage is regret, having remorse in the heart over action that hurt the relationship. But the difference between regret and repentance, regret is more of a wish that I hadn't done something, versus repentance, which is a commitment to change one's ways. It's a behavioral direction, a turning around toward more godly words or godly actions. And so repentance is really the beginning of the apologizing and forgiving process. The apology can be verbal or it can be written. It's important to use the word hurt when you do apologize, to say, I'm sorry I hurt you by these words, or I'm sorry I hurt you by this action. If it was a feeling, then you can say, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings by what I said or did. But we need to be specific when we apologize. The second step is really the humility step, the very important step, to request forgiveness and ask, will you please forgive me? And that helps us not be flippant. If all we say is I'm sorry, too often it's easy to say I'm sorry I hurt you by, and just get flippant. When we have to request, will you please forgive me, that helps us be humble. And then it's always important not just to say that's okay, no problem, I'm over it. It's always important to use the forgive word. And you can either do it one of 2 ways. You can say I forgive you if it was not a significant hurt. If it was a significant painful injury, you may need to say, with God's help, I will work at forgiving you. And that may need to happen on a daily basis for a period of time, where each morning you wake up and you remind yourself, with God's help, I will work at forgiving you. So all 3 parts are necessary, but keep in mind that there's a difference between forgiveness and trust, and forgiveness and reconciliation. We always need to forgive. Jesus on the cross said, Father, forgive them. So we always forgive, but there's not always reconciliation unless there is a change of ways. So for example, if there was adultery, we need to forgive when the repentant spouse says, I'm sorry, will you please forgive me? But maybe not reconcile until absolutely sure, a high percentage, I should say, the trust is in the 90th percentile, that injury is not going to happen again. So I hope this will benefit you in your marriage relationship. Just a quick review. Again, the 3 parts are I'm sorry I hurt you by, requesting forgiveness, the humility part, will you please forgive me, and then saying either I forgive you or with God's help I will work at forgiving you. God's blessings on your marriage.